Hi, ladies, and welcome back to the Stay at Home Mom Cooking Academy hosted by Daily Foods. In today's lesson, we'll be talking about home cooking equipment. So, after this lesson, be sure to complete the assignment in the comments below by sharing 3 kitchen appliances that you already have and 3 kitchen appliances that you need to purchase, as well as 3 kitchen tools you already have and 3 kitchen tools that you need to purchase. And as always, you can find the full text for this lesson in the Stay at Home Mom Cooking Academy textbook PDF. So let's begin. Every home cook needs tools to cook food for their family, and there are 2 categories of tools. These include kitchen utensils such as knives, cutting boards, measuring spoons, etc. Then we have kitchen appliances, and these are both big and small electric appliances such as an oven, air fryer, and a toaster. So here is a list of 25 common home kitchen tools that are non-electric, handheld items with a 1-sentence summary of each one's use. And probably the most important tool is a chef's knife. This is a versatile all-purpose knife used for chopping, slicing, and dicing. And along with that, we have a cutting board, a flat surface used to protect counters while cutting or preparing food. Next, we have measuring cups. These are used to measure specific volumes of dry or liquid ingredients. And measuring spoons measure small amounts of ingredients like spices or baking powder. Then we have mixing bowls, which come in of various sizes, and they're used for combining, mixing, and holding ingredients. Another handy tool is a peeler. This removes the outer skin or peel from fruits and vegetables. You definitely want to have a can opener, which opens metal cans by cutting through the lid. And a whisk blends ingredients and incorporates air into mixtures like eggs or cream. A whisk is definitely a great tool to have if you don't want to invest in an electric mixer. You definitely would use a whisk for making cakes and batters of all sorts, as well as mixing together small items. Now, a spatula is also very handy. You can get these in rubber or silicone, and this scrapes bowls clean and folds ingredients gently. Next is tongs. These grip and lift hot or delicate foods like salad, meat, and pasta, and I definitely recommend investing in a very good pair of tongs. A colander drains water from pasta, vegetables, and rinsed foods, and you can use a colander to wash fruits and vegetables in the sink as well. Now, a grater shreds or zests foods like cheese, vegetables, and citrus peels. A ladle is a deep, long-handled spoon for serving soups and stews. A slotted spoon lifts foods while draining away liquid or oil. Now, a rolling pin flattens dough evenly for baking, and this is definitely recommended, especially if you plan to make any type of pie dough or tortillas. Kitchen shears are heavy-duty scissors used for cutting herbs, meat, and packaging, and I recommend keeping those as specifically for kitchen use only. Now, a garlic press crushes garlic cloves into a paste or small bits, and this is really great if you don't want to do a lot of little tiny chopping. A potato masher mashes soft foods like potatoes or cooked vegetables. Now, a salad spinner removes excess water from washed greens using a centrifugal force. And a zester, also known as a microplane, finely shaves zest from citrus fruits or grate spices like nutmeg. And you can also use a zester to grate cheese like Parmesan cheese. Now, a basting brush applies sauces or oils to food during cooking or grilling, and I recommend getting a heat-proof silicone basting brush. A timer tracks cooking time to prevent over or under cooking. You can use a timer on a microwave or an oven, or you can also get a digital timer that can be stored using a magnet on your refrigerator. Now, a thermometer is used for kitchen or food uses, and it measures the internal temperature of food for safety and doneness. And this is definitely important if you're cooking meat. Now, a sieve or a fine mesh strainer separates fine particles and drains small food items, as well as it's great for sifting things like powdered sugar. And a mortar and pestle grinds spices or herbs manually into powder or paste. So, for your assignment, be sure to comment below with 3 of those kitchen tools that you already have and 3 that you need to purchase. Now, home cooking appliances are really handy and really make cooking quick and easy. Here's a list of 25 common home cooking appliances with a 1 sentence summary of their typical use. Now, an oven is pretty much a must have if you plan on doing any baking or roasting, and this is used also for broiling food with dry and consistent heat. A stovetop or a cooktop heats pots and pans for boiling, sauteing, frying, or simmering. A microwave quickly heats or cooks food using microwave radiation. And a toaster browns or crisps slices of bread using electric heating elements. And a toaster oven is a compact oven that toasts, bakes, broils, and reheats small portions. And these are also great for small kitchens and dormitories. Now, a blender purees, mixes, or liquefies soft foods and liquids. And a food processor chops, slices, shreds, and purees ingredients with interchangeable blades. Now, a slow cooker is also referred to as a crock pot, and this cooks food slowly at a low temperature, and it's ideal for stews and roasts. And an instant pot, also known as a pressure cooker, cooks food quickly using high pressure and can also slow cook, saute, or steam. This is one of my absolute favorite small kitchen appliances. A rice cooker automatically cooks rice and keeps it warm once finished, and these are perfect for people who eat a lot of rice. An air fryer circulates hot air to fry foods with little to no oil. And I also actually use an air fryer as a toaster and to reheat foods quickly without having to warm up an entire oven. Now, a basic or electric kettle rapidly boils water for tea, coffee, and instant meals. And these are also great for taking to go with you, like for camping and when you're on the road. Now, a stand mixer mixes, whips, and kneads ingredients with attachments for hands free operation. And a hand mixer is a handheld appliance for mixing, whipping, and beating ingredients. And to be honest, I got rid of my stand mixer a long time ago and I use pretty much a hand mixer for all things. Now, a coffee maker brews coffee by dripping hot water through ground coffee beans. And an espresso machine forces hot water through finely ground coffee to make espresso. Now, in our family, we actually switched to organic instant coffee and we no longer need a coffee maker or an espresso machine, but they are very handy to have if you like freshly brewed coffee. And a griddle is a flat, heated surface for cooking pancakes, eggs, and sandwiches. You can use an electric griddle or get a griddle that goes on top of a cooktop. Now, a waffle maker cooks waffle batter between 2 heated plates with a pattern design. And an electric skillet is a plug-in frying pan that maintains an even temperature for frying and sautéing. A deep fryer submerges food in hot oil for deep frying things like donuts and French fries. An immersion blender, also known as a stick blender, blends or purees food directly in the pot or a bowl. And this is really great if you like to do pureed soups and you don't want to splatter hot soup onto you. Now, my absolute favorite machine is a bread machine. This mixes, kneads, rises, and bakes bread automatically, okay? And a juicer extracts juice from fruits and vegetables by crushing or spinning. And an ice cream maker churns and freezes a mixture to make homemade ice cream. And lastly, we have a sous vide machine, and this heats water to a precise temperature for slow, even cooking in vacuum-sealed bags. And these machines are great for cooking things like salmon. Now, as the second part of this assignment, be sure to comment below with 3 small kitchen or large kitchen appliances that you already own and 3 kitchen appliances that you are considering purchasing for your home cooking meals. Well, thank you for joining me with Lesson 3 of the Stay-at-Home Mom Cooking Academy. And be sure to check out the next lesson where we will be talking about home cooking terms that you need to know to be able to understand recipes. And remember that moms cook over 1,000 meals a year, so be sure to get in the kitchen and bless your families with healthy, delicious meals.